David touched on it, but share what you learned about girls from Dad.
Don't deal with them.
They're weird.
He didn't say that.
Weird. I don't know. I guess an aspect of it would be, I don't know. It's kind of hard to. It's not what I learned about girls. It's like more of what I learned how to treat girls, and how to be respectable, how to be a gentleman. I think I learned more how to deal with girls appropriately, more than just like learned about girls. Learned how to deal with girls as well as learn about them, and I think that's been real beneficial especially as Christian men. We're supposed to be eventually get to that point of fatherhood and being the head of the household. So it's kind of, I guess he bestowed a lot of wisdom to me on how to handle that. You gotta start now of being a respectable gentleman, being a man, because it's not gonna get any easier when you get married. So I guess it's so it's just been like, this is what you do with her. This is how you're supposed to treat her. You gotta, you know what I mean? This is how you deal with her in this moment. Just because this happened doesn't mean this. Just because she said that doesn't mean that. You know what I mean? Kind of. Just because she said that doesn't mean you can do this. So it's just been all that, how to treat a woman and how to be a man to a woman, how to be a desirable man that a woman would want. A woman, not a girl, a woman would want.
Pretty much just about everything I've learned from Dad about girls is how he treated Mom and everything, how there's some things that Dad knows about Mom that we don't know, and probably never going to discuss that with us. But I didn't. I know I'm the middle child. I can understand that psychologists talk about we see stuff, and the middle child often is the one that observes things, and I know I'm part of that statistic. And I've definitely watched Dad of how he treated Mom and how he never talked down to Mom at all. Not one time I can ever remember. They've had arguments. I can tell you that. They've had arguments, but it's never been that he's ever talked down to Mom like, you don't know what you're talking about or anything like that. And how, like what David said, how to really treat a woman and how to really understand the end. Well, not all the ins and outs, but the basics, I should say, the basics of how a woman goes through her changes and all the seasons. Yes, the seasons. The seasons. Had to go. I'm in that process. I'm learning those seasons, man. Those seasons are difficult. Yeah.
I remember when you told me about when you was talking about how when you're with a girl, it has to go somewhere. You just can't be with her. Then they drop the hammer on me. You see wedding bells? Wedding bells? What you talking about? Whoa! They got me thinking. So I don't know. It's just from that point, it was just like this ain't high school anymore. You just can't date somebody because you like them, and then that's it. Then y'all break up and y'all move on. That goes in terms with being respectful to her. If you like her, you care about her, blah blah blah, it has to go somewhere. And you taught me that, and it was just like, oh dang. So that has to be, I guess, a part. I'm you told me that like 2 years ago, and I was just chilling. I had a girl, I was chilling, and you told me that, and I was just like, that's depressing. So, of course, you know, you have to be respectful. I'm never disrespectful, you know, to anybody, any of my friends or anything like that. But it's just that part that keeps me focused when there is a new girl around. It's just like, she's fine, but then that talk comes in with the hammer.
I don't know if I want to marry her though.
I don't know.
Yeah, she's pretty, but I don't know how pretty her life is.
Right. So it's stuff like that keeps me focused, and hopefully all the other dudes in the world who's listening to this.
Yes.
Remember the hammer.
The hammer.
Is she worth the hammer stroke?